Thank you, Mr. President. I'll be brief. Just to address a couple of things. The purpose of this amendment, is a good amendment, is one to actually try to reduce some of the friction that may take place between officer and also citizen encounters. And that's one of the things that you want to do. As far as having your road, quote unquote, road deputy, remember, the person is still going to be receiving the ticket with the court date on there, with all of his or her information still on that particular ticket. They're going to receive that. So it's not like they're not going to have any notification at all. And also, depending on the charge, it also depends on the jurisdiction, they may also receive something in the mail. And it's really just going to depend on the jurisdiction and the charge. But they're going to receive that notification that they have that. And of course, that will be on record with the prosecutor's office, meaning they're going to have Harold Jones' name, his address, his or her phone number, his or her driver's license number, and so is Harold Jones going to have it. It's just going to say that I refuse to sign the ticket. It's not going to necessarily change the notification process at all. And quite frankly, even though you could actually potentially arrest somebody for doing this, in Augusta, Richmond County jurisdiction, when I was prosecuting way back in the 90s, deputies would go ahead and avoid that confrontation, and they would just refuse to sign the ticket, and the person would come to court and they would explain why they refused to sign the ticket. But I do want to make note that we're not dealing with rogue deputies. Being a former prosecutor, I think that's a bad terminology really to use, to have that. This is something that's actually going to reduce citizen and police encounters that can escalate, and it's something I think will actually protect deputies and will actually protect the citizens too. With that, we'll yield for any questions.
Recognize the senator from the second.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senator, you yield?
Yes.
Senator, is it not true that you are a solicitor?
Yes.
And Senator, is it not further true that you would handle these type of traffic citations? Is that not also true?
That's correct.
And Senator, is it not further true that sometimes folks in the general public get confused that if they don't agree with something, that they just don't want to sign it when the law currently says they have to sign it? So this would just take that out of the situation altogether and just make sure our law enforcement folks make it back home. Is that not true? That's
exactly right. Many times you've seen on television where a person say, I don't want to sign it, and sometimes those things can escalate. This will actually eliminate a possibility.
Yeah, one more question, Senator.
Thank you.
Recognize Senator from the 42nd.
The Senator yield.
Yes.
I also think this is a great amendment. I appreciate what you've added to the discussion. Isn't it true when we were asked earlier about someone that just wants to pay a ticket, that this bill does not prevent somebody still from just paying a ticket they want to pay, but the current law is if you don't sign your ticket, you go to jail. You have to post a bond. And this law says if you don't sign your ticket, you'll just have to appear in court instead. Isn't it true?
That's correct, because current law, you'd actually be possibly taken to jail.
Right.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Mr. President. Yield the well.